Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned into Madden 19 on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia's offense getting ready to roll here. They will be led by that man, Nick Foles. So Super Bowl MVP. Week 1 this year, getting the start. Carson Wentz still out. Only 117 yards, but look, they got the win. That's really all that matters.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for them. No touchdowns and interception from Nick Foles, as you mentioned, with the 117 yards. But for them, Nick Foles being able to play the position, Philadelphia able to win, allows them to move the time for Carson Wentz to come back a little farther in the future, which is probably the best thing for him and the franchise. Let him continue to heal.
And the reports on Wentz, quote, several weeks away, potentially. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Foles. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now it's Ajayi. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. This defense for Minnesota in that Week 1 win over San Fran forced 4 turnovers. They looked pretty good, didn't they?
The #1 defense in the league last year, both in total defense and scoring defense. They came out and they still played to that level. 3 sacks, 3 interceptions, one of them a pick 6, forced fumble and a fumble recovery, plus 3 in turnover margin, which was a huge emphasis for them in the offseason. They thought there's one place they could improve, it was in taking the ball away from the offense.
Here's Foles. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
A Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Foles, and he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So Kirk Cousins 1-0 as a starter in Minnesota, coming off the 24-16 win against San Francisco. What did you see there in person of Mr. Cousins, Charles?
I think that Minnesota, for the most part, got what they expect from Kirk Cousins and why they brought him in. 20 of 36, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, took care of the football, didn't turn it over, handled the pressure that San Francisco sent his way, absorbed some sacks and some hits, and still kept firing. The only thing that he and that offense will want to do, close out a game. Up 8 late in the ball game, they went 3 straight series of 3 and out. They're going to want to get that fixed.
And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score, and we're back to Philadelphia after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 1. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
Third and long for Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The defending champion Eagles coming back out here on offense. Well, what was your takeaway from them on opening night? They got the 18-12 win. What do you see as you look at their schedule these next few weeks?
Yeah, my first takeaway was that they found a way to win ugly on a night filled with emotion, right, where you unveil the Super Bowl banner and you know everyone's going to come at you with full emotion themselves. They weathered the storm and got a win. But with the schedule coming up, I see games that they should win. Tampa Bay, Indianapolis, and Tennessee. And that sets up a big home date with the Minnesota Vikings, a repeat of the NFC title game.
They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. He'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Good for an Eagles first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding room inside the 40. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. A dump off to Sproles. Spinning away, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Cousins on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go. Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Throwing, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Timeout offense.
So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring, but the teams are ready to go at half number 2. So to bring it your way, let's get right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Starting the third quarter with Cook. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Cousins now on second down. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action now. Cousins. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They'll throw again. Cousins. That is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. 3rd down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, it's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Matt Weil now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Ajayi. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Right back to him on first down. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This is Ajayi. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They run with Ajayi. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And another timeout called by the Vikings now, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This for the lead in the final stages. And Elliott puts this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Well, we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Here comes Sherrills. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. He's back to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Back to throw. His throw incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And it's third down. They'll look to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. And the spike will come with 34 seconds to go. Back to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. He'll look to throw. And he finds Cook. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now Foles. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he stopped immediately there. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.